Hello Zambia and beyond. It's time for adventure, and today I'm standing right in front of a beautiful signpost that reads RADISSON BLU TUNYA Resort, and all roads are leading to RADISSON BLU. A new hotel has been added to the hospitality industry, and that invites every person, everybody who is in love with tourism to come to Livingstone and have fun, just enjoy the tourism activities that Livingstone has got to offer. But most significantly, you have to know what RADISSON BLU TUNYA Resort has got to offer now that it has been launched. So all roads are leading this way. So let's get to find out what today's adventure trip is all about. This is RADISSON BLU TUNYA Livingstone Resort. The beauty of its art and strategic location ignites your mind to spending nights with RADISSON BLU TUNYA Resort. Indeed, it is a tourism site on its own. Situated on the banks of one of Africa's longest rivers, the mighty Zambezi River, and the confluence of the Maramba River in Livingstone, southern part of Zambia. Its strategic position gives a spectacular viewing point of one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, the Victoria Falls, among other tourism activities around the area of its location. The latest state of art of this building is soothing to watch. In addition to that, the resort has hospitable employees. Zambia is known for having warm and welcoming people. They are friendly, and this is part of their tradition. 20th of January 2023 was a day of jubilation for the RADISSON BLU group of companies, NAPSA, the tourism sector, the Zambian citizens, and the world at large. The launch of this tourism beauty has added value to hospitality industry and provided employment opportunities to many. The Southern Province Minister, among other senior government officials, were present to witness this memorable event.
I welcome you all to Livingstone RADISSON BLU TUNYA Resort official opening. You are welcome to this province. You are welcome to the tourist capital of the nation. Let me take the occasion, therefore, to add that as a province ourselves, we're highly elated and ecstatic that this day has come to fruition today. On a number of reasons, but I'll just highlight 2 or 3. Number 1, the opening of this resort will improve the infrastructure phase of Livingstone, our tourist capital, and therefore the province. This is so important because we do expect tourist inflows to increase, because now we have a very ardent, number 1, tourist and national promoter in President Hakainde Hichilema, who has put the nation on the global map. And everyone, I'm sure, many people would like to visit Zambia, particularly Livingstone. And therefore, what a wonderful occasion and time that this resort is opening. Number 2, as a province, we will definitely benefit from employment creation here, and also in expanding the local economy by way of supplies that could emanate from local production. We, as a province, also are elated that this resort has opened, because it is going to mitigate into the accommodation requirements for Livingstone that have plagued this tourist capital for quite some time. It is not my time to say many things, but as a host, you must know that I'm happy. That's why I've said these things.
Honorable Minister, distinguished invited guests, following the enactment of the National Pension Scheme Amendment Act number 21 of 2022 on the 6th of December 2022 by the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, to allow for early access to Zambia National Provident Fund benefits, we have so far paid out a total of $282 million as at 19th January 2023. Of this amount, a total of $198 million is an amount that has been paid to those that are below 50 years, which ordinarily, by the original design of the scheme, would not have had access to the contributions. This is worth noting that this money has gone into the economy, creating the much-needed liquidity in the economy, and of course, it is capital for the members to invest in their desired business enterprise to contribute to national transformation. To this end, for the authority to meet its mandate, we have a responsibility, of course, as designed in the scheme, to collect contributions from all eligible members and employers, and to ensure that funds that are not immediately required to settle pension obligations are invested prudently in various assets and asset classes in line with the investment guidelines as stated in Statutory Instrument number 19 of 2017. These investment guidelines provide a well-diversified asset portfolio which comprise a number of asset classes such as government securities, which comprise government bonds and treasury bills, fixed-term deposits, real estate, infrastructure, both listed and non-listed equities, and a number of greenfield projects, such as NAPSA's contribution to the Kafua Gorge Lower Hydro Power Project, and of course, other economically and socially targeted assets and special purpose vehicles.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as Minister of Tourism and Member of Parliament for Livingstone constituency, I do believe the people of Livingstone, the private sector, and the local authority that together we will make Livingstone a city, a tourist resort, and a tourist capital that will provide the best of class service in terms of hospitality as we compete favorably with other regional competitors. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you may note that on the 29th of November, 2022, we unveiled the Zambia Tourism Marketing Plan for 2023, this current year, under the theme, Repositioning for Sustainable Growth. The target is to attract no less than 1.5 million international tourist arrivals by the close of this year, and to enhance domestic tourism. Ladies and gentlemen, this particular facility has come at a time where we're looking at attracting as many possible tourists to come into our country, and what we've been lacking for a very long time as Zambia within the tourism sector is that of bed space. And to be told that this particular resort is going to offer 200 keys plus 7 villas is something that needs to be taken note of, and we appreciate and applaud the RADISSON BLU and NAPSA for having come up with this particular investment.
The Labour Minister, Brenda Tambatamba, was the guest of honor and she graced this historical event.
I am highly honored as a representative of His Excellency, the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, and I'm delighted to officiate at the opening of the RADISSON BLU TUNYA Livingstone Resort, constructed by the National Pension Scheme Authority on behalf of the workers of Zambia. This investment could not have come at a better time than now, when the government is in a hurry to turn the economy round and create jobs and income opportunities. Jobs and income opportunities. For this, we speak to not only those that are seeking employment, but those that are seeking business opportunities, enterprises that will assist expand the business space in this country. This is in line with the government's Vision 2030 and the 8th National Development Plan and the Sustainable Development Goals Framework. The New Dawn government, under the able leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema, wants to see quality infrastructure that is in good quality, not only in good quality, but built at the right cost for the benefit of this country. For if we do that, then we know that we will achieve much, much more than spend way beyond what is the real cost, because that is wastage. And this government, the New Dawn government, is not in support of such a business practice, because it's not a business practice anyway. Because this government believes in every one of us behaving like an owner, always asking yourself, if this was my business, if it was mine, would I build it at this cost? Would I buy this cement at this cost? So that is the first question, and so that is very important to this government. Ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed a masterpiece where we stand here, a masterpiece development carved in luxury near the splendor of the roaring mighty Victoria Falls of the mighty Zambezi. The contributing members must be proud of their investment, which is set to give them significant returns, and for many years so I know that we have what it takes as Zambians to achieve this value. So let's do it.
And now the climax of this event is right here. The cutting of the ribbon opened doors to adventure lovers, the MICE, meetings, incentives, conferences and exhibitions, among other activities that will be fit to be conducted right here.
The Republic of Zambia, the RADISSON BLU MOSI TUNYA LIVINGSTONE Resort was officially opened by the Minister of Labor and Social Security, Honorable Brenda Muika Tambatamba, MP, on the 20th of January 2023. Congratulations to the people of Livingstone. Thank you.
Another big clap, ladies and gentlemen, to the Honorable Minister.
Thank you so much for featuring on this interview. I'm so excited that RADISSON BLU Hotel has been officially launched today, and I'm so privileged to have you on this interview once again. Kindly tell us, what does this mean to you?
Okay, so in terms of the hotel itself, we are adding to our portfolio of investments. Now, I'm sure when I say portfolio of investment, someone will say, no, but you just pay benefits. Why are you talking about investment? We're talking about investments because that's how we grow the money to allow us to have the capacity in future to pay the benefits for every member. We have 900,000 plus members, which we want to grow to millions, but we want to be in a position that when that time comes, we are able to pay. When they call upon the NAPSA to pay them a benefit of one form or another that's allowed within the Act, we are in a position to meet that demand. So this adds to our capacity to serve our members better. Now, it's a little bit confusing because I'm saying to our capacity, but actually these are members' funds. So we have just invested the member funds into a hotel so that the return that comes out, we pay it back to them in future as a benefit.
Wow, interesting. Now let's talk about the tourism aspect of this hotel. And also let's attribute it to the price tag input to it. What does that mean to a common Zambia? For example, someone who's coming from Zambezi, Northwestern Province. They want to come here and see Victoria Falls, and they want to spend their nights here.
Yes.
What does that mean to them?
There are two ways. If you are a member, whatever money comes in here, you are assured your benefit will be paid. But if as a member you want to participate, then you have to come and pay. We have two rates. We have international and domestic. So those will be covered under the domestic rates. As to the issue of the pricing, that is something that we are still looking at to see how we can make sure that the local tourists are able to access their asset. This is their asset. So we are alive to the fact that we are contributing to the bed space for the tourism sector. We are happy that we are participating in the development of the competitive Livingstone from a tourism perspective, but we also want to make sure that that development does not leave out the locals. So how to take care of the locals, there are two ways. It's through price, and also maybe sometimes off-season issues, we invite a lot of people to come in. But people should not get intimidated because we are saying it's a resort. We didn't say a resort is just for foreigners. A resort is for us also. So you come in, listen to what we can offer, let's hear your feedback, we can talk to the management, and we work something that allows the local tourists also to participate in their own assets. I think the time of leaving out a local tourist is over. We need to build the tourism capacity from among ourselves first of all. Some people in Zambia have never been to Livingstone. We want them to come to Livingstone, so, and they come to Livingstone, they stay at the RADISSON BLU.
Ms. Ambewe, RADISSON BLU has been officially launched, and we expect to see a number of tourism activities taking place from here, more especially conferences and other activities. Also, we are expecting to see the number of tourists flocking into the country or coming into the country, as well as domestic tourists coming to this place to at least come and spend a night here. What is your message to those people out there now that you are coming from the National Heritage and Conservation Commission?
Well, this development is a welcome venture. The hotel is world standards, as you can see. So what we want to encourage people is that while you're in Livingstone, you have an extra place you can spend your time. You know, we had the three major hotels, the Royal, the Avani, and then David Livingstone. Now we have added the RADISSON BLU. This is actually a plus for tourists and for tourism in Zambia in general, in the sense that while they come to see the Victoria Falls and other sites that we have in the southern part of Zambia, they now have an additional place where they can stay. This will give competition to those that are already in the accommodation industry. And competition is good because that increases or ups our standards in terms of service to the people that visit us. So our message to the people, come and sample the new hotel, judge for yourself so that you are able to tell or decide where to spend your night.
RADISSON BLU Resort has been officially launched. Kindly tell us or explain to the general public what does this mean to you and the tourism industry?
It's an important day for Radisson Hotel Group. You know, Africa's a huge focus for us in terms of our development and signing hotels. Currently 50 hotels in Africa. We opened 10 last year and we're going to open another 10 this year just in Africa. So it's super important. It's our first African resort and we're privileged to be set in such a beautiful environment. Right on the Zambezi, 3 kilometres from the falls. So as a group we're absolutely delighted and we can't wait to start accepting even more arrivals and looking after guests.
Amazing. And your message to local tourists?
Local tourists would be come and visit us. I think what we have here is something very unique. It's very Radisson BLU in terms of its interior design and the way it's set up and the facilities. And I think we bring something different to Livingstone, a different experience and one which I think anybody who wants to come and visit us will enjoy.
What type of adventure activities are you going to offer to your people who come here?
Obviously, we'll tie into all the local adventure activities, whether that's the aeroplanes or the helicopters or the rafting or going to see the falls. So everything that's based in Livingstone, we're going to tap into and make sure that any guest who visits us can experience all the beautiful things to do.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Indeed, it's my pleasure to be here at Radisson BLU, the only resort that has been opened by Radisson BLU group of companies here in Livingstone. What this means is it's now going to enhance the destination and the competitiveness of Livingstone. As you might be aware that Livingstone is a tourist capital, and for us to have this state-of-the-art piece of hotel, it means a lot. It means it is going to attract more tourists, and also it will be a convention center for MICE, because a lot of meetings will be taking place, and just the fact that it's a new hotel, a lot of tourists will be coming here.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mbanga, for that very in-depth information about the hotel being launched, and also the message that goes to our domestic tourists as well as international tourists. When we talk about adventure, this is what we talk about.
Located in Livingstone, 10 kilometers from Victoria Falls, Radisson BLU MOSI TUNYA Livingstone Resort provides accommodation with an outdoor swimming pool, free private parking, a fitness center, and a garden. 3.3 kilometers from Livingstone Reptile Park and 4.4 kilometers from Railway Museum. The property features a terrace and a bar. The accommodation offers a 24-hour front desk, airport transfers, room service, and free Wi-Fi throughout the property. All units at the hotel come with air conditioning, a sitting area, a flat-screen TV with satellite channels, a safety deposit box, and a private bathroom with a shower, free toiletry, and a hair dryer. Every room comes with a kettle. We selected rooms including a kitchenette with a fridge, an oven, and a microwave. At Radisson BLU MOSI TUNYA Livingstone Resort, each room is equipped with bed linen and towels. The daily breakfast offers buffet, continental, or Irish options. At the accommodation, you will find a restaurant serving local, international barbecue cuisine. Vegetarian, vegan, and dairy-free options can also be requested. Radisson BLU MOSI TUNYA Livingstone Resort offers children's playground. You can play mini golf at this 4-star hotel, and the area is popular for cycling.
The tourism industry has added to its beauty Radisson BLU MOSI TUNYA Resort right here in Livingstone, the tourism city. So when we are talking about you coming to Livingstone because it's a tourism place where a lot of things happen from, we don't just talk from without. This is proof. Radisson BLU MOSI TUNYA Resort has been officially launched today, the 20th of January 2023. So we expect to see a number of adventurers, tourism lovers to come to Livingstone because accommodation is available for each and every person. Regardless of your level, you can afford to stay at Radisson BLU MOSI TUNYA Resort right here in Livingstone.
In an exclusive interview with Minister of Tourism, Mr. Rodney Sikumba said this is a great milestone for the tourism sector.
I'll take you back a little bit in history. I was on the other side. When I say the other side, I simply mean I was in the private sector as a tourism player, and when the groundbreaking ceremony was happening, I was actually in attendance many years ago. And for me to be coming here as Minister in charge of tourism, accompanying my colleague to officially open this particular property really leaves a lot of exciting memories in me, humbling experience, and I'm very happy that this thing has actually come to fruition. Now, to answer your question, we're very excited that this 200 key facility is open now. Livingstone is one of the towns that has been struggling with accommodation space, obviously because Livingstone has proved itself as a MICE destination. Most of these conferences, be it local conferencing or international, they always come into Livingstone to have their business. But many a times when they have that business, you'd find that people are starved of accommodation. This particular facility obviously is a drop in the ocean with regards to the bigger plans that we have for Livingstone. And what we want to see now is a replication of such facilities dotted across the region being Southern Province, so that we can invite as many people as we can to come and have their meetings here. Now, obviously, why it's so exciting also is that this particular facility, not only is it going to employ the locals, again, back in history, I was one of the advocates which was suggesting that this facility needs to accommodate Livingstone residents first, probably to use the right words, give them the first right of refusal. And I think that has happened. 70 to 75% of the staff, permanent staff, are actually out of Livingstone. Obviously, it's an issue of, it's not new staff, but people who are resident in Livingstone, domiciled in Livingstone, moved from one property to the other. Obviously, for greener pastures, as you can see, the grass is green where we're standing. And also, just to give an opportunity for also what I would like to call indirect employees. Indirect employees could be suppliers. 200 bed is big. If it's at full capacity, they would want a lot of food, they would want a lot of drinks, they would like a lot of hands. So that in itself also gives an opportunity for you to be a supplier of whatever little thing that you do, a small little business that you do. Could be running a small little shamba, tomatoes in the backyard there. You'll be able to supply cabbages, whichever you want to do, please supply. So there's a whole lot of opportunities that exist in this particular facility, over and above what we already have, the other accommodation establishments that we have. But what we want to see more is local involvement in the tourism sector, which we seem to see has not really been up to speed. I will be taking bold decisions as Minister in charge of tourism to actually handhold locals, especially young locals, to invest in tourism. The reason why I'm talking about young locals is because investing in tourism takes a bit of time. So if you've got a little bit of some time on your age, you should be able to be comforted to say, look, if I'm going to invest for the next 5 years, you should be okay. What we're trying to see is you can try it out. Try out the tourism sector. If it works out for you, even better. If it doesn't, then you can look at other things. But for some of us who are in the afternoon, we have to be definitive. We need to know what we want to do. And I can highly encourage that in the sector, the cake is big, the money is huge. Come in, join, we'll handhold you, we'll give you the facilities, and we'll be excited that you're a part of us.
What else will you look for? Radisson BLU TUNYA Livingstone Resort is a solution to having a fulfilled adventurous trip to Livingstone.